We all know someone who wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, reads their Bible, journals, meditates, does exercise, and starts their day off with success and ends the day even better. But then here we are scrolling through social media, setting goals that we still haven't accomplished, saying the same thing over again, and we just can't figure out why we don't have the discipline or success that these people have. The reality is self-discipline is not something we're born with. In fact, our comfort zone and our habits and our choices don't really allow us to implement self-discipline in our life on a regular basis. In order to become self-disciplined, it's a practice. It's an intentional practice of changing those habits, of stepping out of that comfort zone and doing things that aren't really familiar. And the other part is that it's a learned behavior. And so it's something that you must practice over and over and over again. Just like we can't go to the gym for one day and expect to lose weight and see muscles. It's something that we must do consistently. And the same goes with self-discipline. So the question is, how do we implement self-discipline? How do we make it a regular practice? The first step is to start small. Think about what areas you'd like to become more disciplined in. And understand that you're not going to do a total life overhaul overnight. We're humans. And so maybe you really want to be more disciplined with your finances, or maybe you want to be more disciplined in your spiritual walk. Maybe you want to be more disciplined in your career walk. Whatever it is, start small and identify what area you'd like to have that discipline in. The next step to increase self-discipline is to identify your obstacles. This is so important. So many of us set big goals, or we have big desires and big hopes for our life, and we avoid thinking about the fact that obstacles actually do come. And unfortunately, if we're not prepared for obstacles, we're going to fall on our face. If you're able to identify obstacles and, more importantly, create a plan of attack, then when those obstacles come, you'll be less likely to fall back into your old state of thinking or your old way of acting. And so you want to identify what things are going to get in the way. Is it the Starbucks drive on your way to work? Is it your boss's attitude? Whatever it is, identify what that obstacle may be and think of a plan of attack so that when that obstacle comes, you're not like thrown off guard, you're not shocked, but you're able to tackle that obstacle with success. So in addition to creating an action plan for your obstacles, you want to create an action plan for your success. So once you've started small and you've identified the area where you desire to have more self-discipline, think of a plan of attack. What can you do to go after this? So maybe you're working on your fitness goals or your health and well-being. Maybe that includes meal prepping every Sunday. Maybe that includes getting a membership at a gym or hiring a trainer. Whatever it may be, you want to create a plan that's going to set you up for success. Many people state these big objectives that they'd like to go after, like, I want to change my life. But how do you go about changing your life? How do you go about implementing the changes that you need without a plan? If you have a very thorough plan in place, then you have a guideline from which you can follow as you walk in the direction of improving your self-discipline. The fourth step is to remember that failure is going to be a part of your plan, is a part of the process, is a part of the change. When we make any adjustments in our life, it is going to happen that we're going to fall. That just is what happens. And unfortunately, people have these naive perceptions that if they change their life, that it should happen like this. That if they make new steps or new strides, that it should be easy. But whenever we're doing something that's outside of our comfort zone or outside of the place that we're familiar with, there's going to be moments where we fail. And if you already recognize that and accept that as part of the process, then when you fall or when you fail, you won't be inclined to give up. You won't be inclined to throw in the towel. You won't be inclined to say, you know what, forget this. This is stupid. But if you fail or if you have a setback, then you know that you can pick yourself back up. I'm a firm believer that you only fail if you stay on the ground. If you fall and you get up, then you're not a failure. You've now learned, and you've learned that, use that experience as momentum that you need to move forward with more success. I also firmly believe that each of our failures allow us to have more success in the future because you learn more from mistakes than you learn from getting it right the first time. So don't be so difficult or hard on yourself to allow yourself to believe that you're not allowed to fail, that you're not allowed to fall on your face. Understand that it'll come and create a plan to motivate yourself to get back up. Finally, the fifth step to improve your self-discipline is to get support. I don't believe that anything good is done in isolation, but a lot of us like to say, oh, I'm moving in silence, I'm not letting anyone know. Now, I do agree that not the whole world doesn't necessarily have to know, but it's okay to get support. In fact, that might be the best thing that you can do. When I first began my coaching business, I started off just starting, right? I'm like, I got this. I counseled for years. I know what I want to do, and it'll be so easy. And it wasn't until I got a coach that I was able to get the support that I needed and a foolproof plan to be able to put myself in a position to succeed. And so don't overlook the importance of getting support. That could be a coach, that could be a mentor. Just getting that support is going to be that extra accountability and that extra push and motivation and encouragement that you need. But more importantly, that support will give you the guidance that you need to set yourself up for success. Self-discipline is an overwhelming concept for some, but the thing I want to share is it's not impossible. It won't always be easy. It won't always be fun. But the more discipline you allow into your life, the more regularly you practice discipline, in turn, the more self-disciplined you become. So don't run from the process. Allow yourself to learn from your mistakes and identify what you'd like to do moving forward. Comment below and let me know how you are going to incorporate more self-discipline into your life. And until next time, I will chat with you guys later.